Budget insurance. Affordable because you can't afford not to.
Hello and welcome to the Cars.co.za YouTube channel. Just remember that Cars.co.za is not just a YouTube channel where you watch me doing silly things in cars. It's a massive classified site with the largest selection of used and new cars in South Africa. Anywhere online, go and check it out, find your next car. Right, here we go. You've clicked on this YouTube title because you would like to know more things about the new Audi S3, so let me do my job. Right, so is it just me or does Volkswagen have the best business model in the whole world? They develop one chassis, one drivetrain, gearbox, engine, all the rest of it, and then they build 4 cars on top: the Golf, the Audi A3, the Seat something or other, which we don't get here, and the Skoda something or other, which we don't get here. But that's pretty smart, that's like when I had a pizza business, that's like me making one pizza and charging 4 different people for it. That's very clever. But anyway, so what we have here is an Golf Audi Skoda Seat S3 it's basically the new Golf R. That's pretty much what's happening here. We've got Quattro underneath me, sending power to all 4 wheels. We've got a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged engine up front, pushing out 213 kilowatts and 400 of newtons meters, and that gives you a 0 to 100 time of 4.9 seconds. A little bit of a heavy car, this, just under 1.5 tons, so about the same as the new GTI as well, but a good 33 more kilowatts and a good 30 or so more newton meters. So it should be a lot faster, and let's see if it is. Right, sport mode, using the world's tiniest flappy pedals. Drop it into 3rd, foot flat. That's not bad. Yeah, okay. Look, it's not slow. I think we can give it that. But it's not... don't know how to say this to you guys. It's not very exciting. Yeah. I know they're still going to make the RS3, and that's going to be very exciting. But I'm sure with its 2.5 litre 5-cylinder and all the rest of it. But I don't know. I've been driving this S3 all morning now, and I've just done the Franschoek Pass, one of the best roads in the country. And I had fun, but I'm not like, woo, let me phone my friends and tell them about this car I'm driving. And that's a little bit sad, especially when you look at the price. Right, so I wanted to get into the pricing early in this video because I feel like it's pretty important. And let's start with the base price, 795,000 Rand for this new Audi S3, and it does look quite good, and you get these nice 19-inch wheels. It's a good looking car, this, and I think it looks the part, right? It looks like an expensive fast hatchback. I think they got that part right. But this particular unit that I'm sitting in costs close to 1 million Rand. Audi South Africa have spec'd this with over 180,000 Rands worth of extras. And that means that this is a pretty much R1 million hatchback. By the time the dealer adds the on-the-road fees and all that other nonsense, then you just end up, you're basically in a R1 million hatchback here. R1 million for a hatchback! I don't know about you, but this is all starting to feel a little bit ridiculous. Overall impressions for me, this is a lovely, lovely cabin. It really is. It's all sort of angular. I quite like this design of the air vents up here next to the instrument binnacle, sort of on the left and right of the steering wheel. It's quite sort of jet fighter-ish. I've never been in a jet fighter, but it's kind of giving me that sort of feeling, Top Gun kind of vibe. But I think one of the problems that Audi and Volkswagen have as a group is that the more luxurious the GTI gets, for instance, the Golf 8, then the less premium the Audi A3, the Audi S3s start to feel, because there's not a huge amount of difference between the quality of the materials and the design that you're getting in here compared to what you'd get in the GTI for a lot less money. So, you know, what's the solution? Do you sort of make the GTI feel a bit cheaper to make this feel a bit more premium, or do you just keep going up the market with the Audi so that it sort of justifies its badge and its price tag? I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm not really sure what the solution is, but I do feel, in fact, this for me is one of the best Audi interiors out right now. I actually feel like this is a more exciting interior than you get even in the new RS6 Avant, actually. There's something quite cool about everything in here, the way they've designed it. And obviously being an Audi, it's incredibly well built. I mean, absolutely no rattles or squeaks whatsoever. They're just such well put together cars. They really are. I love the design of the steering wheel, the flat bottom. It's about the perfect width, in my opinion, the perfect sort of circumference. The bit where your hands go and your thumbs go, absolutely perfectly designed. There's a lot of nice touch points in here. There's a lot of nice elements which make you feel like you're driving something quite special. So I do think in terms of interior execution, exterior execution, they have got this car right. But I think it looks and feels more dramatic than it actually is. And that's a bit sad. Right, let's have a chat about this Audi S3 interior. Now, as I mentioned when I was driving, it is a particularly lovely interior. I do like the radical new design. In fact, I think this is probably one of the best Audi interiors available at the moment, actually. But also, like I mentioned while I was driving, is this particular test unit is fitted with 183,000 Rand worth of extras, and I wanted to take you through what that means, just what you're actually having to pay for extra in this car. So list price is 795. Now that feels quite convenient, I think, just below that psychological 800,000 Rand barrier. And what I do appreciate about Audi is, for us journalists, they do give us a very detailed breakdown of our test units, pricing and extras. Some other manufacturers don't do this anymore. BMW, oh jeez, I've already got bad. A lot of pollen out here. Mercedes, oh gosh, sorry, there's something in my throat there, so it's hay fevery today. Anyway, the thing that Audi's done here, which is very interesting and which becomes very apparent very quickly, is that they've stripped out some very basic equipment to get the price down. So for instance, you have to put in a rear view camera extra. You have to pay extra for that, 6,500 Rand. I mean, that's such a cheap option that you get standard on a lot of very, very budget cars. And then if you want some nice things, and you probably do, like a panoramic sunroof, that's an extra 17,000 Rand. If you want these lovely seats, and they are lovely, they really are, they're called fine Napa leather seats. Those are 21,000 Rand, but if you want them to be electric and have memory function, you need to spend an extra 19,000 Rand. If you want your rear bench to fold, split fold, that's 3,500 Rand. These 19-inch wheels, they're not standard. I thought they were. Those are an extra 14,000 Rand. So very quickly, you have a car which has a total price of 978,800 Rand. And that's just, to me, I can't get away from the fact that that feels like a lot of money for what is essentially a sort of middle-of-the-road performance hatchback. I mean, how much is the Audi RS3 going to cost if this thing costs 978? So this is a good car. It's a lovely car. It's well made. I mean, Audi always makes banging interiors, and they make them really, really well. But goodness me, this is an expensive exercise, isn't it? But let me just show you some of the niceties you do have in here. Down here is a wireless charging pad. It's at a bit of an odd angle, but it does work. It's got little things to hold your phone in. And down here is something that is really starting to bother me in cars. And it's not just Audi, Volkswagen's doing it as well. Even Porsche is doing it. This is your gear knob now. This is how you select whether you want to go forward or backwards or park. It's this little switch thing. And it's just not very exciting. I mean, you're putting your car in drive. You're going for a drive. Yeah, I'm going into sport mode. Yeah, I'm going into drive. We're going for a drive. And then you go, that's it. I mean, literally opening my microwave is more exciting than that, I swear. Anyway, I'm not a huge fan. Give me good old-fashioned, big, dramatic gear knobs. You know, that's what I miss. Otherwise, heated seats, although you do pay extra for those, but those are lovely in winter. Beautiful infotainment system that works particularly well. It's got that nice haptic feedback as well, so it sort of clicks when you push anything. Electric handbrake only, so no more handbrake turns for you youths. You can't get a manual S3 anymore. That's quite sad, I think. And then I do like this little innovation. Oh, the engine just came on. That was surprising. I do like the little innovation here around the drinks holders, because you can fold these out of the way, then you've got a big storage area. Or if you've got some drinks, then you fold those into place and it securely holds your tins. Very nice. So if I could summarize my feelings about this car, love the way it looks, love the interior, but the rand to enjoyment ratio here, or the rand to thrill, or the rand to excitement ratio is just a bit off. It feels like your sort of outlay to what you're getting back in terms of driver reward and driver fulfillment is just a little bit poor. It feels a bit to me like you might be able to spend less money elsewhere if you're an enthusiast and get more excitement and more out of your car. If you're looking for a fast, comfortable, good-looking hatchback with a premium badge, then yeah, the Audi S3 ticks all the boxes. There's nothing wrong with this car. I just wish they'd cranked it up a little bit, you know? Thanks very much for watching. If you've just watched this video but you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, you absolutely should do that immediately right now. Click the subscribe button. It's a good idea for a bunch of reasons which I actually don't have really a lot of time to go into, but it's good. It's a good idea. Excellent. Thanks for watching. I said that already.
Budget insurance. Affordable because you can't afford not to.